One more very important theorem, of course. See, the name of this theorem is ratio of areas of similar triangles. See, my dear students, you have to be very cautious while applying this theorem, because this theorem is basically a combination of two theorems. One, ratio of areas of triangles, just simple ratio of areas of triangles. Okay, my dear student, nothing more than that. See here, this theorem has ratio of areas of similar triangles. So basically, one ratio of areas of triangle, where actually we know area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to b1 into h1 upon b2 into h2. This is the output of this theorem. And second is actually similar triangles. See, when it is similar triangles, then we know that if we take into consideration corresponding sides, the corresponding sides of similar triangles basically are in such a way that, supposing I have got, how do I put it, s1 upon s1 dash will be equal to s2 upon s2 dash will be equal to s3 upon s3 dash. In short, what I will tell you, supposing triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, then AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is equal to AC upon PR. This is the output of the corresponding sides of similar triangles. Basically, so this theorem, ratio of areas of similar triangles, is basically the combination of these two theorems. You can consider in this way. Of course, it is not to be understood in that way. Learning procedure is slightly different, but you can consider this, that basically there are two conditions that have to be satisfied. First of all, you need to have similar triangles. Only when the triangles are similar, this theorem can be applied, and this theorem can be applied when you have to find the ratio of the areas of triangles. See, for finding the ratio of areas of triangle, actually this property is already there. Area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to b1 into h1 upon b2 into h2. But this is the property which is available for ratio of areas of any triangle, whether the triangle are similar to each other, not similar to each other, whatever it is. Okay, but if triangles are similar and then you are going to find the ratio of areas of triangle, then this theorem will come into application. Try to understand these things, my dear students. See, purposely I will take it into consideration. Supposing if we have triangle ABC and triangle PQR, we don't know how they are, whether they have a relation or not, but supposing if they are like this, fine, A, B, C, P, Q, R. Supposing if they are like this, then we will have to we will require the side of the two triangles, because they are talking, find area of triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR. When we have to find this and we don't have any relation, so we will get area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR will be equal to the base and height BC into AD upon QR into PS. This is finished. This, by application of ratio of areas of triangle, we will get this. Ratio of areas of triangle is equal to the ratio of the product of their bases into and heights. Okay, my dear students. And now we come into consideration, like supposing triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. If supposing we have got this or we have proved this or this condition is satisfied that two triangles are similar, and then if we are going to find the ratio of the areas of this triangle ABC and triangle PQR, then how will it look? See, by ratio of areas of similar triangles, remember this is applicable when similar triangles are there, then I will get definitely this area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR. See, the left hand side will be of the same sort and the right hand side will be of this sort. But remember, I warn you again and again, AB square upon PQ square, you will be going in the corresponding sides of similar triangle, but there will be a square, AB square upon PQ square is equal to BC square upon QR square is equal to AC square upon PR square. See, basically this is going to be the output of ratio of areas of similar triangles. See, my dear students, if you apply only ratio of areas of triangle, then it is just base into height upon base into height. And if you are going to apply only corresponding sides of similar triangle, then corresponding side upon corresponding side is equal to corresponding side is upon corresponding side is equal to corresponding side upon corresponding side. There is no area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 on the left hand side. Okay, no area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 on the left hand side, and no squares over here. Only corresponding side upon corresponding side is equal to corresponding side upon corresponding side is equal to corresponding side upon corresponding side. That's all. And this is applicable definitely when the triangles are similar. But when you are going to apply ratio of areas of similar triangles, then you will have area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to corresponding side square upon corresponding side square, corresponding side 2 square upon corresponding side 2 square, corresponding side 3 square upon corresponding side 3 square. This will be the complete equation that you will be getting. Now one more important thing, very important thing. See, my dear students, this is really very important and you have to remember this. Supposing there are two triangles, that is the beauty of this theorem, ratio of areas of similar triangles. They go two steps ahead, A, B, C, P, Q, R. Now we have understood that if triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, if triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, then definitely area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR will be equal to AB square upon PQ square equal to BC square upon QR square will be equal to AC square upon PR square. It will be also equal to, I take a height over here, altitude, AD square upon PM square. Are you getting? It is also equal to height 1 upon height 2 square. Whatever is the height I take, corresponding height, but the corresponding height from A, if I take a height, the corresponding vertex of A is P, then P also I should take a height over here. Okay, it is definitely altitude square upon altitude square also, and it is also equal to median 1 square upon median 2 square. If I take a median from here, supposing I take a median, this is a median, so AE square upon PT square also will be applicable. And forget about there, my dear students, even if I take perimeter of this triangle AB plus BC plus AC, then perimeter square upon perimeter square, PQ plus QR plus PR, this also will be applicable. These all are in proportion. Except you have to remember that everywhere squares are applicable, my dear students. That is very important. Are you getting, my dear students? So this is a very important theorem And after this, definitely we will know how to apply this theorem. I'll first suggest you to first understand the application of this theorem. First, let us understand the application of this theorem. So, but definitely we also have to prove this theorem. Only then we will be entitled to understand. First, to understand the application of the theorem. To understand the application of the theorem, I have got some few examples for you to understand. See here, one solved example is there. Supposing if they have given triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, such type of questions are there, and they have given area of triangle ABC is equal to 16. Area of triangle PQR is equal to 25. Then find the value of AB upon PQ. They are asking you to find the value of AB upon PQ. See, basically it is what? AB upon PQ. It is the ratio of the corresponding sides, or in what way the corresponding sides are proportional. See, basically here when you solve this, of course, solution I am starting with. They have given triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This they have given. Therefore, by ratio of areas of similar triangles, what you will have? Of course, first we will write area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2. That is mandatory. These all are very important. Area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR, and then they want it to be what? Only AB upon PQ. Actually, we can write AB square upon PQ square is equal to BC square upon QR square is equal to AC square upon PR square is equal to P1 square upon P2 square is equal to M1 square upon M2 square. You can write everything. But at present we are concerned with only AB upon PQ, and AB upon PQ are corresponding sides. So I will write only AB square upon PQ square. So this is what the output is. See, I am telling my dear students, right from start I am explaining you, whenever any theorem is there, theorem will demand a condition. Condition is satisfied, then call the theorem, and because the theorem is called, an equation will be generated. This is the equation generated because of this theorem. These three always should go in a series. And now substitution and solve. Triangle ABC, area of triangle ABC is 16. Area of triangle PQR is 25 is equal to AB square upon PQ square. And now you want to find value of AB upon PQ. So just you have to take the square root of both the sides. You will get AB upon PQ is equal to, I'll take the square root of this. That will become 4 upon 5, and this is my answer. This is how you are going to apply the theorem of ratio of areas of similar triangles. Okay, my dear students, I think I can have one or two more solved examples for you or two people to understand. See here, one more example. Ratio of corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 2:5. They have given a ratio of corresponding sides of two similar triangles is, see, they have given the ratio of the corresponding sides 2:5. If the area of the smaller triangle, if the area of smaller triangle is 64 square centimeter, then what is the area of larger triangle? I hope you are getting this. You are able to read everything, my dear students? Yes. So ratio of areas of corresponding sides of two similar triangles. Ratio of corresponding sides of two similar triangles is 2:5. Here they have given that the triangles are similar. This is very, very important. Okay. Now, And then they are telling if the area of smaller triangle is 64 square centimeter, then what is the area of the larger triangle? So you can consider, like supposing, let triangle ABC be smaller triangle, triangle PQRB larger triangle. Now triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Fine, this is given. It is not because of any assumption. Now by ratio of areas of similar triangles, what do we have? See, first we will write area of triangle 1, that is ABC, upon area of triangle 2, that is PQR, is equal to. Now they have already given any corresponding side you can take. They have not labeled anything, so you also can take any corresponding side. It is going to be, you can take AB upon PQ, but this is AB square upon PQ square. Now smaller triangle you have considered ABC, and they have given area of smaller triangle is 64. So I will substitute 64 upon this. I have to find area of triangle PQR. Now AB square upon PQ square. They have given you AB upon PQ, means AB upon PQ the whole square. This is nothing but AB upon PQ the whole square. That is 2 upon 5 the whole square. You are getting this much, my dear students? So what you get over here when you solve this I can solve over here. This is become 4 upon 25. So when I solve this area of triangle PQR, it will go over there, and what will I get is that area of triangle PQR is equal to 64 into 25. This will come and multiply over here, and 4 will come and divide over here. 4 16s, and then area of triangle PQR is equal to, I will have to multiply this 16 into 25. Okay, this will become 400 square centimeter. This is how you will find area of triangle PQR. Okay, my dear students, this is basically we are trying to understand and learn the application of ratio of areas of similar triangle. One more nice example is there. It is slightly with the help of diagram and everything, where we have to prove something. We can try with that one theorem, one problem, one more solved example, so that we understand in somewhat better way. Here what they have done, in trapezium, there is a trapezium, in trapezium ABCD, I'll write it for you. In trapezium, this is a trapezium ABCD. Side AB is parallel to CD, and definitely diagonals AC and BD intersect. Where do they intersect? At P. Fine. You have to prove area of triangle ABP upon area of triangle CPD is equal to AB square upon CD square. See, basically here what is that they have given, that there is a trapezium of this sort, something of this sort, a trapezium is there, and their diagonals are there. Fine. And then this is A, B, C, D. The diagram is given in the question, and this is P. That's all, my dear students. So basically here, if you see, AB is parallel to CD is given to you, AC and BD intersect at P. To prove area of triangle ABP and CPD, ABC here now, A and C. See, can you see A and C? This starts from A and this starts from C. A and C, so cross correspondence, ABP, CDP, cross correspondence it is. And so of course, but here definitely if I apply ratio of areas of similar triangle, I will get AB, area of triangle A1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to AB square upon CP square. I can directly get. Huh? No, there is something wrong. AB square upon एक मिनट, ABP CPD. No, this is actually correspondence is wrongly written over there, but we will get it right, don't worry. AB square and CD square, we will get it right, don't worry. This is correspondence is wrong, my dear students. ABP and then CDP it should be. Here they have written in the question, they have written CPD, which is wrong correspondence. Don't worry about that, but that will be taken care. So but basically we cannot directly write ratio of areas of similar triangles. Why? Because triangles are similar is not given anywhere. So first we will have to prove these two triangles are similar. When we prove these two triangles are similar, only then by application of ratio of areas of similar triangle we can directly get area of triangle ABP upon area of triangle CDP is equal to AB square upon CD square. It's very simple for you to understand. I think you must have got it by now. If you have really done your exercises before this, all the exercises are strongly done, then this is very easy sum for you all people. But still I'll just solve it. Here what will happen, first I will have to prove AB parallel to CD. This is given. I will have to prove means that angles are congruent. So AB is parallel to CD, and now see here AB is parallel to CD, fine, and this is AB, this is CD, AB parallel to CD, and BD as a transversal, BD as transversal. Okay, what will you get? Angle AB, but it will stop over here. Angle ABP, angle ABP is congruent to angle PDC, interior alternate angles. Okay, my dear student, this is how you will get it, and then this you will keep it ready because the rest is actually vertically opposite angles. Now you will start proving in triangle. Always have the habit, one topic is over, so leave a line. In triangle ABP, now we are starting a different topic of comparing two triangles for proving them similar. So always have an habit. Presentation makes a big difference when it comes to geometry. So here we will get angle ABP is going to be congruent to angle PDC, and this you have proved up from 1. And then angle APB is congruent to angle CPD, simply because they are vertically opposite angles. Therefore triangle, now you have to go for cross correspondence. You can like this only style PBA, triangle PBA is similar to triangle start from P but cross PDC. Reason is angle criteria or angle test, whatever you feel it's right, fine, and you are comfortable with. So now this you have got. So now once you have got, so now again you are going to change your topic. You are now going to use ratio of areas of similar triangle. So I will write by ratio of areas of similar triangles. What I will get? Area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 first. So that will be area of triangle ABP. See, I am writing like this: ABP upon area of triangle. Here also I will write CDP. CDP will be equal to AB square. I am getting AB square upon CD square. Remember, while applying ratio of area of similar triangle, you have to write square. This is what you have proved. So I hope you all are getting some idea of how to prove or how to apply ratio of areas of similar triangles. I hope now you are getting some idea about that. And definitely when we will start the exercise, and when we will solve the exercise, you will get complete idea of that. But before that, we have to prove this theorem, which is very important, very, very, very important. To prove this theorem is an important thing that we have to do. And we have to do that. Fine, my dear students, so let us start to prove this theorem right now. Okay, so what they will tell us that prove, the question can be like this: prove when two triangles are similar. See, this is condition, but this is a condition. When two triangles are similar, the ratio of areas of those triangles, or the triangles, or the given triangles, or the similar triangles, they can put anything over there, is equal to the ratio of the squares of corresponding sides of triangles. See, sometimes there will be a statement given like this. Either they will give a statement of this sort and ask you to prove this, they will not give anything else, or sometimes what will happen is that they will definitely give you everything in labeling and everything. Sometimes they will give you everything in labeling, that supposing there is usually I have a habit of doing like this only, my dear students, actually, but somehow because I want to save space and everything, I started drawing adjacent figures, but somehow the figures are not very happy with me. I am not happy with the figures, so that's why I am coming back to my usual habit. I always draw figures, diagrams in the middle of the page like this, and then given and everything is written, but then I have to go to the next page. That again I don't like. That's the reason I was trying to adjust them in the one page. So here now, sometimes what will happen, they will give you the figures like this, and then they will give you that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Definitely then they will have to give you no, they will not give you this. You may require triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR, and you will be asked to prove area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to AB square upon PQ square is equal to BC square upon QR square is equal to AC square upon PR square. This they will ask you to prove. Okay, my dear students. So what will happen now is that first, so definitely you will do construction. This is what you will be doing. Construction: draw AD perpendicular to BC, and similarly you will draw PS perpendicular to QR. This you will be needing. Now what you have to do, see, this is the theorem that you are going to prove, so you have to remember some steps that you are going to do. So here what will happen, first and foremost, see, you will go in the same fashion. First you will prove the complete triangle. This is already given to you. You will use that complete triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. So basically here first you will apply, because now you have got only ratio of areas of triangle. Now you cannot apply this theorem. You cannot apply ratio of areas of triangle ka theorem now, because you are going to prove that theorem, ratio of areas of similar triangles. So at present you will be only able to use, see, area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR. What will you be able to use? You will definitely not be able to use the theorem of ratio of areas of similar triangles, but you can use the theorem that area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. This you can even now use. So is equal to, what is the base of this? BC into AD. BC into AD upon QR into PS. Because area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. This is the reason. Okay, my dear students, this we have got over here, and this is going to be your 1. If you want, you can separate them also for you to write, so you will be able to understand the better way. Area of triangle ABC. For this particular thing you have to do. Actually, this is not a usual practice. These certain things you have to remember, my dear students, because in this theorem, when you are going to apply this, now you will be able to understand. See, basically what happens, you have to prove it is equal to BC square upon QR square. BC square upon QR square. So basically now your aim will be to prove AD upon PS is equal to BC upon QR. AD upon PS is equal to BC upon QR. Then AD, instead of AD upon PS, you will write BC upon QR, and that will be equal to BC square upon QR square. And then you will tell, similarly we can prove it is equal to AB square upon PQ square when we change the base and the height. If I take some different base and different height, then this B1 into H1 will change. That is different, but that everything you don't have to actually do. One is sufficient. So now coming to this, now my aim is what? To prove AD upon PS is equal to BC upon QR. This is my aim. Are you getting, my dear students? See, I repeat, I have to prove ratio of areas of similar triangle. To prove area of ratio of areas of similar triangle, this is the equation that I should be getting. Of course, triangles are similar is given to me. So what I do, because now I don't have any other property, when I am going to deal with ratio of areas of triangle, the only property that I have got now is that area of triangle 1 is equal to B1 into H1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2 is equal to B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. This property I am going to use. So that's why I will require height over here. So I draw two heights. And then I use that property, area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to BC into AD upon QR into PS. And then I just separate them. Why I separate them? Because now my aim is I have to get here BC square upon QR square. That will be possible only when I prove AD upon PS is equal to BC upon QR. So that in place of AD upon PS, I will write BC upon QR. And this will become BC into BC, BC square upon QR into QR, QR square. That will become afterwards. So for that, now to prove AD upon PS, what will I do is that I will prove this triangle is similar to this triangle. Now if I go to this triangle ABD and PQS, ABD and PQS, see, angle ADB is congruent to angle PSQ, each 90 degree. This is by construction I have got. And one more thing, so here what will I do? See, triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is given to me. Therefore, this angle, I am trying to get this angle. The angle ABC is congruent to angle PQR because corresponding angles of similar triangles are corresponding parts of similar triangle. But then I know that in this triangle, this angle ABC is actually only angle ABD. So I will write angle ABD is congruent to angle, PQR is actually equal to PQS, angle PQS. Same angles, different names. Okay, my dear student, that is the reason. So this I have got, so this will become my 2. Okay, so now I will go to prove these two triangles are similar. So what will I write over here? I will purposely keep it like this because backside if I go, then it will be a problem. So now I am going to prove the two triangles, these two triangles ABD and triangle PQS. So I will write, is it visible? दोनों चीज दिखना मांगता है, सब कुछ दिखना मांगता है. So what will I write? In triangle ABD and triangle PQS. What I have got? First of all, this angle ABD is definitely congruent to angle PQS. This is from 1 and 90 degree angle ADB is congruent to angle PSQ equal to 90 degree. This is by construction. Therefore, triangle ABD is similar to triangle PQS by angle criteria. Okay, my dear student. Now from here I will get AB. See what I require. See, I have to go from here to here. So what will I get is AB upon PQ. I will require this also. Here also I will have to require AB upon PQ is equal to definitely AD upon PS. I will require. Okay, my dear students. So this is my 3. So now if I see over here, AD upon PS I have got. But AB upon PQ is not matching. And even if I take this BC upon QR, no, BD upon QS, I have taken AB upon PQ is equal to AD upon PS. I have taken. Even if I take BD upon QS, it is not going to help me. It is not over here. Are you getting? So what I will do, also triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. Therefore, now again AB upon PQ. This is given. AB upon PQ. See, now I am coming. AB upon PQ is equal to, here I will get BC upon QR. I can take BC upon QR. See now what is the picture. This is BC upon QR over here. See, this actually you all have to think properly. What is missing? I will require 3 equations. See, here I will be getting AD upon PS. Okay. So here, but there is no connection between the two to connect these two. This is different. BC upon QR and AB upon PQ is different. So how do I connect them? So I will come over here. So now if I see AB upon PQ, AD upon PS, so these both are congruent. And BC upon QR is over here, BC upon QR is over here. Are you getting? Among these two, AB upon PQ is congruent, common over here. And among these two, BC upon QR is common over here. See, my dear students, slightly intelligently you have to demarcate things. I have used what 3 properties I have used. 1, I have used ratio of areas of triangles. By using ratio of areas of triangles, I will get area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to B1 into H1 upon B2 into H2. Right? BC up into AD upon QR into PS. This will be one equation. And then I will have to use 2 equations of corresponding sides of similar triangles. In triangle ABC and triangle PQR. These are similar triangles. That is given in the question. So triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR. Actually here itself I could have written this. Triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR. Therefore AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR is an corresponding sides of similar triangle. But no problem, even afterwards you can write. But you will have to use this equation. Definitely you will have to choose what you are going to take. AB upon PQ is equal to BC upon QR. And then you will have to prove these 2 triangles are similar, because here again you have to use corresponding sides of similar triangles. But corresponding sides of similar triangles, so you have to prove them they are similar. For ABC and PQR, it was already given, so no need of proving it. So you could have directly applied. But to use it in these triangles, you will have to again prove the triangle ABD similar to PQS. So for that I will have to take the help of this and prove that these angles are congruent. These angles are congruent. And then by angle test, one angle this congruent I have proved and this angle 90 degrees, by construction I will get triangle ABD similar to triangle PQS. And then I will get AB upon PQ is equal to AD upon PS. Like these three equations I will be having. Among these three equations, you will see in 1 and 3 equations, AD upon PS are common. 3 and 4 equation, AB upon PQ is common. 1 and 4 equation, BC upon QR is common. Are you getting? So therefore from 1, 3 and 4, I am moving further from 1, 3 and 4. Definitely I will be taking this one. It is having area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to this. Also I will take this, all I will take this much, BC upon QR, sorry, into, in place of AD upon PS, this is equal to, see now AD upon PS is equal to AB PQ and AB upon PQ is equal to this. So here I can write BC upon QR. Therefore area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to BC square upon QR square. Okay, my dear students, so this one corresponding sides are proportional I have got. Therefore area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR. Actually, you know, you don't even have to prove the whole way. You have to understand. Now basically we know BC upon QR is equal to AB upon PQ is equal to AC upon PR. By corresponding sides of similar triangle, they are equal. And then if I take the squares of this, so these squares are also going to be equal in any way. So you don't have to prove it again. That is all. This is the theorem proved. This is very important theorem, my dear students, and this you have to understand how to prove this process of creating three solutions, three equations, and then comparing the three equations is very, very, very important, my dear students. This theorem can come for you all people to prove in the exam. Definitely it has got full chances of that. It can come to as a statement to prove this statement, or in the questions they can give the triangle like this and ask you to prove it, and then they will give you 3 marks or 4 marks for that. So when they give you 3 marks and 4 marks for that, you have to understand that you have to actually create a justification for this and not just simply apply ratio of areas of similar triangle as we had done in this question. In this question we directly applied ratio of areas of similar triangle, but in this case this question can come for 2 marks, not more than that. Over there you have to understand that similar triangles are not given. So I will prove the similar triangles and then I will directly apply ratio of areas of similar triangles. So it will give me direct answer. So definitely then at that time proving this similar and everything, for that 1 mark will be there, and for application of this ratio of area of similar triangle 1 mark will be there. So 2 marks of question is understood. But if this type of question comes in the exam where two triangles are similar is given, triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR is given, and prove area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to this square, this square, this square, and they will be giving you 3 marks or sometimes maybe even 4 marks. Now you cannot directly apply ratio of area of similar triangle, therefore they are like that. No, you have to actually prove the theorem now. Okay, my dear students, solve this theorem again and again. You will have to solve, you will have to work on this. See, these theorems will make you think properly, help you think properly that what actually speaking I have to do, in what way I have to create a link between 3 figures, because 3 figures under 3 conditions will be giving you 3 equations. 3 figures, see, 3 figures. When I use, this is one figure, triangle ABC, triangle PQR, ratio of areas of similar triangle, when they will, ratio of areas of triangles, triangle ABC, triangle PQR, ratio of areas of triangle will give you one equation. Then triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR will give you another equation corresponding sides of similar triangles. And to make triangle ABD similar to triangle PQS also, that same triangle ABC similar to triangle PQR will help. Take the help of that and prove these two triangles are similar. And then the corresponding sides of similar triangle of triangle ABD and PQS. That will give you the third equation. So many things are happening in this one theorem. Understand this theorem, my dear students. Understand this theorem. Apply this theorem very nicely, and then we will be able to do the exercise based on this theorem. Thank you, my dear. So, my dear students, let's start with exercise 1.4. Practice set 1.4, which is mostly based on ratio of areas of similar triangles. So, starting with the first question tells you the ratio of corresponding sides of similar triangle is 3:5. Then find the ratio of their areas. Very simple. We have done them while we were learning the application of the theorem. See, basically what are they telling us is that, I hope you all are seeing this, you all are able to see this. Ratio of corresponding sides of similar triangle is 3:5. So basically it is always nice to draw the triangles itself, because otherwise there will be confusion. They have given these triangles are similar. Fine, you can consider this. This is the ratio of corresponding sides of similar triangles. See, similar triangles is used. So therefore actually ABC and PQR are similar. So here you will tell, in given triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, and they have given ratio of corresponding sides, means AB upon PQ. You can take any out of this, any AB upon PQ or BC upon QR or AC upon PR, any one. Ratio of the corresponding sides is equal to 3/5. To find ratio of their areas means the areas of triangle. That means to find area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR. That is what they have asked. It is very nice. It's always nice to draw triangles, and instead of imagining S1, S2 and triangle 1 and triangle 2 and creating confusions over there, it is always nice to have clear ideas. So here now, of course, we will directly apply the theorem now, but of course, as we know, we have been doing 3 steps. First, the condition is satisfied. Yes, the condition is satisfied. Triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is given. Condition satisfied. Which theorem I am going to call? Therefore, by ratio of areas of similar triangles, this is the theorem I am going to call. What is the equation going to generate? Area of triangle 1 upon area of triangle 2. These are the triangles. Area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to, now I have taken AB upon PQ, so here but it will be AB square upon PQ square. You can also write AB upon PQ the whole square. This is the 3 steps completed. Now simply you have to substitute and solve. Of course I have to find this whole thing, so I don't have anything to substitute over there. Area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to AB square upon PQ square, means 3 square upon 5 square, that is equal to 9 upon 25. So therefore this is my answer. Area of triangle ABC upon PQR is equal to 9 upon 25. This is the solution. Understood, my dear students? So I hope this is clear. Very easy to start with. Fine, this is over. Then we can go to the next question, that is question number 2. Here then they have given you the boxes to fill. No need of the diagram because name of figure and everything, diagrams, triangles and everything is given. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, AB upon PQ is equal to 2 upon 3, then fill in the blanks. So basically if you'll see over here, they have given this, so you have to fill in the blanks, nothing other you have to do. So basically here what will happen, triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, this they have given. Then by ratio of areas of similar triangles, I will get area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is going to be equal to AB square. This is the corresponding sides that you are going to use. So AB square upon, it will be PQ square, but definitely it is in a box. That will be equal to 2 square upon 3 square, right? 2 square upon 3 square, that will be equal to 4 upon 9. This will be in the boxes. Fine, my dear student, that this is how you will be going to solve this. That is over. Now again one more where you have to fill in the boxes. Question number 3. If triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR, area of triangle ABC is given to you 80, area of triangle PQR is given to you 125, then fill in the boxes. Again the same thing, you will first write triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is again given. Again you will write by ratio of areas of similar triangles. What you will get here, you have to fill in the boxes now. Area of triangle ABC upon, they have given this, you have to write in this box. What will be that? Area of triangle PQR is equal to 80 upon 125. They have filled in over here. Because basically it is now, you have got it. Therefore, AB upon PQ is equal to this much. See here, basically you will have to, this is, they are now playing with you. AB upon PQ you have to find. They have all asked you to fill in the boxes, but basically you have to write this solution. Here, this is not right. Here definitely this will be area of triangle AB. Here you will get what? Area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to, actually AB upon PQ you have to find, so AB square upon PQ square, and then area of triangle ABC is equal to 80 upon PQR is equal to 125 is equal to AB upon PQ you have to find. Simply AB upon PQ you have to find. See, AB upon PQ. So, but this is AB square upon PQ square. Remember that. AB square upon PQ square. So now what I will have to do, I will have to solve this. When I solve this, what will I get? I will divide this both by 5. 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 5 1s are 5 6s are. So I am getting what? 16 upon 25 is equal to AB square upon PQ square. Therefore, AB upon PQ is going to be equal to 4 upon 5, taking square root of both sides. So you will get this. Now if you want, you can, after you have got this, now if you want, you can write this area of triangle. Definitely boxes format, we will have to write in boxes only, is equal to 80 upon 125. So this will be going to be area of triangle PQR, and AB upon PQ is going to be, this is another box upon another box, that is going to be 4 upon 5. Like this you will be writing your answer in the end. So this is the way you will be writing, and this is how you have got it. Okay, my dear students, don't get confused. This actually speaking, I thought that they will be similarly like this, they will be going on presenting it, but they did not bother to present everything. Usually they do that. They usually write to present everything. Okay, my dear students. So going to the question number 4. Question number 4, if you will see again now here, see triangle element is similar to triangle. Here they have given, I am purposely writing, it is not actually needed, but still given triangle element is similar to triangle PQR. It is not needed in the sense because of these questions usually are 1 mark or 2 marks question. In these 1 mark and all questions you don't have to write everything given and all. That's why I am telling. But actually speaking, anytime when you write given, it's always nice. But here now what is happening? 9 into area of triangle PQR is equal to 16 into area of triangle element. Fine. See here, purposely now they have done what is that, instead of giving you, now before this whenever they gave you the values of area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR, something of that sort. Fine. See, whenever we solved it, where is the solved examples? कोई solved examples किधर गया? See here, they gave us the value area of triangle PQR is equal to this, area of triangle ABC is equal to 16. So area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle PQR is equal to 16 upon 25. They used to give it in some format. It is the same way, but actually now just to confuse you, nothing more than that, just to confuse you, what they have done is that they have given area 9 into area of triangle. Actually speaking, this is what, if supposing this I write 9 into area of triangle PQR is equal to 16 into area of triangle LMN. Basically, if I bring area of triangle LMN over here, 9 over there, then actually I have got what? Area of triangle PQR upon this I bring over here, area of triangle LMN is equal to 16 I keep over here and 9 I bring over there. It is this. Basically, it is this only which is given to you, except they have cross multiplied and given to you, so that you get confused and you keep on searching now what do I do with this 9 into area of triangle PQR, 16 into area of triangle LMN, अभी इसका क्या करूँ, कैसे दिमाग लगाऊँ. But basically it is nothing, you have to bring it into the proper arrangement, and it is this only what is given to you, and this will be happening with you every now and then. They will give you it in wrong arrangement. You have to rearrange things for according to your need, comfort, convenience. Okay, but this definitely in given you will keep it as it is. Why you will go to change it? Of course, then QR is also given to you is equal to 20. Find MN. So everything is there. See, triangles are similar and you are going to deal with areas of triangle. Triangles are similar, you are going to deal with area of triangle, so definitely you will be using ratio of areas of similar triangle. So, but before proceeding, you have to bring them, this thing you have to solve in your answer paper. So here it becomes now 9 into area of triangle PQR is equal to 16 into area of triangle LMN. This is given, right? Therefore, area of triangle PQR, I bring this over here, area upon area, area of triangle LMN, and the figure that is over there, I keep it over there, and this figure I bring it over here, 9. Fine, this is my 1. Just nothing but rearrangement. I can tell rearrangement or solving or rearrangement. You can tell anything. Fine, rearrangement. Fine, this is done, and now you can go proceed to the same stance what you had been doing till now. 3 steps. Triangle LMN is basically similar to triangle PQR. This is given. Therefore, by ratio of areas of similar triangles. What will you have? Area of triangle LMN upon area of triangle PQR is equal to, now what they have given you, find MN and QR. So see, MN and QR बराबर है MN square upon QR square. You can write PQ square upon LM square is equal to QR square upon MN square is equal to PR square upon LN square. But why everything? Just see, because MN you have to find and QR is given, and QR and MN are corresponding sets. Bus, so MN square upon QR square. This is there. So now if you go to substitute over here, अभी एक गड़बड़ किया ना मैंने. Here I have got area of triangle PQR upon area of triangle LMN, and here I have written area of triangle LMN upon area of triangle PQR. Don't get worried, because this I had made ulta over here. This also you write it ulta. It's not going to make any difference. 9 upon 16 is equal to MN square. Actually you should have written ulta only, straight. But just because I have inverted over here, don't worry. This you also invert over here and keep. Don't go to cut and then again do everything. See my dear students, I always solve there and then. I don't actually revise everything, check the guide and everything and then come and sit and solve. Because the reason is same. Whatever problems that I am facing when I am solving, you will be also facing the same problem when you are solving. At that time, how I am handling my problems, how am I trying to rectify my mistakes, you should be able to understand that. That is the main reason why I directly come and solve like that. Okay, my dear students. So 9 upon 16 is equal to MN square. We have to find, and QR is given to you, that will become 20 square. Okay, my dear students. So now if you want, you will have to solve nothing. You want, I was thinking that 20 square का अगर square root निकलता था ना, तो I would have taken square root of this, square root of this, square root of this. But 20 square का square root नहीं आ रहा है, तो I better take it over there. 9 into 20 square upon 16 is equal to MN square. So this will become what? 9 into, you can write it 400 over here, no problem, or you can write 9 into 20 upon 16 is equal to MN square. Now I will divide this. This will become 4 4s are 16, 4 5s are 20. Again 4 1s are 4, 4 5s are 10. Now also I can do the same thing. This will become 9 into 5 into 5 is equal to MN square. So I will take the square root of both the sides. Now the square root is easily possible. This will become MN. Now square root of 9 is 3. And this 2 5 means 5 into 25. So 25 का square root is 5. So MN is equal to 3 5s are 15 centimeter वगैरह है कुछ? No, units. This is your answer. Okay, my dear students, hope you all are getting everything properly. Nothing difficult over there till now. So let us go forward for a few more questions. Let's see. Question number 5. Areas of two similar triangles are 225 square centimeter and 81 square centimeter. Find a side of the smaller triangle. If a side of a smaller triangle is 12 centimeter, then find the corresponding side of the bigger triangle. That we are done. In solved examples, we had done. Basically, this type of questions I will always tell you all people to draw a diagram. Don't go in the different fashion. Draw two triangles, one small, one big. This is smaller one that I am drawing, and then you draw one big. That is always good. So this is A, B, C, P, Q, R. Now they have told that areas of two similar triangles. So here in given what you will have is that triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is given by because areas of two similar triangles. And then they have told area of triangle ABC, is equal to 225 square centimeter. And area of triangle, so PQR, bigger one is ABC, smaller one is PQR, is equal to, means we have taken that 81 square centimeter. If a side of a smaller triangle is going to be our PQ. So PQ is equal to 12 centimeter. Find the corresponding side of the bigger triangle. Therefore, to find corresponding side of bigger is AB. Simple. Once you know how to present this, then next is all easy. Here you will get triangle ABC is similar to triangle PQR. This is given. Same thing, 3 steps. Calling the theorem by ratio of areas of similar triangles. What we will get? Area of triangle 1 means area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle 2 means area of triangle PQR is equal to, now we have to take corresponding side. So AB and PQ, AB square PQ square, right? AB square upon PQ square. So now if I will substitute the values, in place of area of triangle ABC I will write 225 upon 81. In place of AB square I can't write anything because I have to find it, I don't know the value of that, and PQ square I will write 12 square. Now you can see I can find the square root of 225, 15, 81 ka 9 and 12 square ka 12. So I will better bring them in this fashion itself. The here 225 upon 81 is equal to AB square upon 12 square. I will find the square root of both the sides now itself. See, whenever division is possible, divide. Whenever multiplication, taking out the common factor is possible, take out common factor. Whenever taking out square root of is possible, take out the square root. They always reduce the size of the equation. 225 will become 15 upon 81 will become 9. AB square will become AB and 12 square will become only 12. So 15 into 12 upon 9 will give you AB. So this will become what now? 3 3s are 9, 3 4s are 12, 3 1s are 3, 3 5s are 15. So AB is equal to 20 centimeter now. If you want completely writing it in a perfectionist way, corresponding side of bigger triangle. Therefore, corresponding side of bigger triangle is equal to 20 centimeter. Finished. Okay, my dear students, so this is how all is very easy. Solve these all, people, my dear students. This all you have to solve. Fifth one we have finished. Solve so that your fundas are very strong. Once your fundamentals are very strong, then your concepts become strong, and then you are ready to solve the complex questions. See, triangle ABC and triangle DEF are equilateral triangles. So basically they have given that they are similar triangles because every equilateral triangles are similar to each other. So if area of triangle ABC upon area of triangle is equal to 1 upon 2 and AB upon AB is equal to 4, they find DE. So no need of drawing any figure also, because here what happens, in given you have got triangle ABC and triangle DEF are equilateral triangles. Bas. Basically they have given are similar, but because you want to earn marks, that's why they have given you opportunity to show your skills. Is2 area of triangle DEF. Remember, this is is2 is equal to 1:2. AB is equal to 4. Find DE. Fine. So now solution, when you start, you will tell this thing, but first bring it to notice. Triangle ABC and triangle DEF are equilateral triangles. And the reason for this is given. Therefore, triangle ABC is similar to triangle DEF. See, this is considered every equilateral triangles are similar to each other. You can write it over here, but this is basically taking care, but still you write over here. Since equilateral triangles are similar, to each other. Fine. This is done. So triangle ABC similar to triangle DF. Then you will tell by ratio of areas of similar triangles, because everything is ready for you all people. Area of triangle ABC, these are area of triangle 2DEF is going to be equal to, AB is given to you, so AB square upon it is going to be DE square. So see, D is fine, AB is given, D is, and they are corresponding sets. That is very important. So this whole figure is given to you, that is 1:2. So in place of this, I will write 1/2 is equal to AB square is 4 square upon DE square is this. Now if you have decided √2 वैसे भी आने वाला है कैसे नहीं कैसे करके, so you can make it now, you can do it afterwards, nothing like that. So DE square, if I cross multiply, it will become DE square is equal to 4 4 जा 16 and 2 goes and multiplies here. Fine. Cross multiply, DE square into 1, it will be DE square, 2 goes and multiplies over the 16 into 2. So now if you want, now itself we can take out the square root of both the sides. DE square is equal to 16 into 2. This, if I take out the square root of both the sides, I will get DE is equal to 16 का square root, I will get 4 √2. No units, no, because all ratios are there. Units का तो कोई सवाल नहीं आ रहा है. No units. Fine. See my dear students, sometimes it will be happening now actually because I am used to it, my eyes are set. So sometimes it will be happening in such a way that if you go to solve this, I am showing it according to your standards what can happen. 1/2 is equal to 4 square upon DE square you will get, right? So because of cross multiplication you will do 4 square is equal to 16 into 2 you will do, and DE square is equal to 32 you will do. So what, no problem, you will still continue in the same fashion. This will be square root of this, square root of this, still the DE square will become D, and √32 what you have to do is you have to factorize 2 16s are 2 8s are 2 4s are 2 2s are 2 1s are. Okay, so these both pairs will go out and become 1 2. This both pair will go outside and become 1 2. This doesn't have a pair, so it will remain inside the radical. Are you getting like this? So this will still be equal to DE is equal to 2 2s are 4 √2 units. Don't get bothered about, because I am able to see 16 का स्क्वायर रूट मेरे को मिल सकता है, रूट वैसे भी आगे जाके 2 का स्क्वायर रूट नहीं मिलने वाला है, तो दैट्स व्हाई आई टेक स्क्वायर रूट ओवर हियर, एंड 16 का स्क्वायर रूट 4 आई टेक इट आउटसाइड एंड √2 आई कीप इट एज इट इज इनसाइड. सो ये सब करने का मंगलजुमारी नहीं रह जाता है. दैट इज द रीजन, बट इट मे नॉट क्लिक यू, इट मे हैपन दैट यू गो ऑन मल्टीप्लाइंग एंड देन व्हाट यू विल डू, अभी 32 का क्या करूँ. डोंट गेट बॉदर्ड, 32 यू कैन गो एंड स्क्वायर रूट इवन नाउ. Okay, but if it is, see, you should be, this happens only by practice my dear students, that whenever you are you able to take out square root now, are you able to do this you should be able to do by practice only. And even if it is not there, you should be able to think in both the ways, in every possible ways. That's maths. Okay dear students, now let us see question number 7, one of the very 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 important questions actually to understand this exercise better way. See here in this question what they have done is that they have given us this triangle DEF wherein PQ is parallel to DF. See here in figure 1.66, segment PQ is parallel to DE, and then they have given us area of triangle PQF, area of this triangle PQF 20 units. PF is equal to 2DP. Then find area of quadrilateral DPQE. See, basically everything is going in a haphazard manner. Nothing is going according to what actually speaking we are believing in. See, again, try to understand question in a better way. See, this is the bigger triangle that they have given us, and then there is this which is parallel. See, this is the bigger triangle DEF. PQ is parallel to DE. Try to understand the question again. In this, what they have given, segment PQ is parallel to side DE. This is given. Area of triangle PQF is equal to 20 units. Okay. And what they have given is PF. Now here this is very interesting. PF, the relation between PF is equal to 2 dp they have given, my dear students. 2 dp means relation between PF and dp they have given. PF and dp. Usually what happens when we have a relation or the corresponding sides are proportional or not, we develop the relation between PF and DF. We require relation between PF and DF. Means basically PF upon DF we require. Here they have given us PF is equal to 2 dp. Means even if you go to develop the relation, it will become PF upon dp is equal to 2 upon 1. This is a wrong combination, my dear students. PF and dp. We want PF upon DF. PF upon DF. Okay, so that this we have to rearrange properly and give it a proper form. That is one important thing. And they are asking us find area of quadrilateral DPQE. See, basically this DPQE. Area of this quadrilateral they are asking. See, basically even if we are dealing with the areas of the figures, we will be dealing with area of triangle PQF and area of triangle DEF. We will be dealing with them because they are the areas of the triangle, of the similar triangle, if you want we can say. But quadrilateral DPQE is not in the picture actually, but definitely there is a relation. Definitely there is a relation. See, there are three things in total, means many actually. One, so you have to take this into consideration, you have to give this in a proper form. It is not in the form that you require, it should be PF upon DF. Secondly, they are asking you to find area of quadrilateral DPQE. Okay, area of quadrilateral DPQE. But actually speaking, you have area of triangle PQF, which you have got, and you can find area of triangle DEF. Then it is very obviously understood from means it can be understood very easily that see DEF PQ. How do I get this area of this quadrilateral DPQE? How do I get this? See, basically, if from this full area of triangle DEF, I subtract triangle PQF, what will remain is quadrilateral DPQE. Means area of quadrilateral DPQE is actually equal to area of bigger triangle DEF minus area of triangle PQF. You have area of triangle PQF, you only want to find area of triangle DEF. Try to understand this. So one thing is there, you have to give this a proper form. Second is there, you have to understand that basically how the relation between the quadrilateral, the bigger triangle and the smaller triangle is. The quadrilateral is always equal to the, because of this figure, the figure is in such a way that the quadrilateral is equal to the bigger triangle minus the smaller triangle. So to find this, that is the second thing. Third thing, now you have to understand that your main problem is to find area of triangle DEF. Okay, my dear student. So now if you have understood this, then the things becomes very easy because this you have know. If you have basics and everything, you have solved these all questions nicely by now and you have understood all these questions, then you will be able to understand this question very easily. See, first of all, I have to handle this. PF is equal to 2dp. Whereas I don't want what? dp I don't want. Fine. I don't want dp. So if I want the relation between PF and DF, what will that relation be? Basically PF, DF is equal to dp plus pf. But here if I go to substitute this, instead of pf, if I write 2 dp, I write over here. See, df is equal to dp plus 2 dp. So this will become df is equal to 3 dp. Basically, I have got df, but now I have got df and dp. Actually, I want what? df and pf. So instead of substituting in place of pf, because I don't want dp, I should have substituted in place of dp. Try to understand this. This is so, in such a wrong way it is placed in front of you. Try to understand. I'm just trying to bring that in front of you, that if I substitute over here, this equation is going to give me the relation between df and dp or df and pf. I want the relation between whom? df and pf. So who is supposed to get out? dp is supposed to get out. And to get out dp, I should know the value of dp, whereas they have given me the value of pf. So what is the moral of the story, my dear students? See, try to understand how they have confused everything. They have given you pf is equal to 2 dp. So basically, I have to find dp from here. dp is equal to what? Pf goes to 2 goes over the other side, you get pf upon 2. This is your 1. You should find dp. Then if you now use the collinear points, df is equal to dp plus pf. Reason is d dash p dash f. So df is equal to what now? See, in place of dp, I will be able to substitute pf upon 2. See, if I would have directly done this, so you would not be able to understand what would have been the problem. If you don't shift this 2 and in place of pf you write 2 dp, definitely then df will come, but df and dp will stay. Among this, you have to understand who has to go out. dp has to go out. dp is the wrong combination. df and pf, df has to come in and pf has to stay in. df has to come in, see, pf and 2 dp it is. So df has to come inside and dp has to get out. So for dp to get out, I have to substitute the value of dp over here. So for that value of dp, I will get it from this equation itself, which is given to me. pf is equal to 2 dp, this is given to me. From this, I will find the value of dp is equal to pf upon 2. And then I will substitute in place of dp, pf upon 2 plus pf will come. So now what do I get? df is equal to, if I have to cross multiply over, pf plus 2 pf upon 2. So df is equal to 3 pf upon 2. Therefore, I will get what? df upon pf is equal to 3 upon 2. This pf I am moving over here. So this is my right combination, df upon pf. This is very important, my dear students, how to convert the wrong combination into the right combination. See, very important. The first point is that you have to understand, out of this, who has to get out? dp has to get out. So you will have to work on getting the expression of dp. If you don't work on this, then what will stay with you is again another wrong combination only. You started from a wrong combination and will end up into another wrong combination. You want the right combination, so you will have to remove the wrong one out. Who is the wrong one? dp is the wrong one. So you will have to find the expression for dp. How will you do it? With the help of this equation itself. pf is equal to 2 dp. Find the expression for dp by shifting 2 on the other side. dp is equal to pf upon 2. I want you to realize why I did this. This is very, very, very important. And otherwise you will keep on roaming over there. You will keep on wandering over there and you will not be able to get the right combination till the end. So, and then you will use this collinear point and substitute dp, the one who has to get out. Only then dp will get out, and then solve it properly, so you will get the right combination, that is df upon pf is equal to 3 upon 2. Rest of the thing is same old story. You don't have to actually work very hard on this. The rest of the thing is very old story. Now again what you will have is that, see, in this triangle itself, now you will prove the two triangles are similar. So for that, what will you do to prove the two triangles similar? In triangle DEF, actually they have given PQ is parallel to DE. This they have given. Fine. Now you will tell PQ parallel to DE. You will take any transversal, no problem. PQ parallel to DE. You can take this also transversal, take any one from transversal, and DF as transversal. DF as transversal. What will you get? Angle EDF is congruent to angle QPF. Angle EDF is congruent to angle QDF. Reason is corresponding angles. Fine, my dear students. And then this is going to be your point number 3. Now you can compare in triangle DEF and triangle PQF. You have got angle EDF is congruent to angle QPF. This is from 3, and you have got definitely angle DFE is congruent to angle, you know by now, they are common angles, angle PFQ. The reason is common angles. Therefore, you will get triangle DEF is similar to triangle PQF by angle test. So now you have got, and now you know these two triangles are similar, and now you are going to deal with the areas of triangle, areas of quadrilateral. But I have explained you, to get the area of this quadrilateral, you have to know the area of this triangle DEF. Area of this triangle DEF minus area of this triangle PQF will give you the area of this quadrilateral. I explained you over here, like this. Are you getting? So you are going to deal with area of triangle DEF and area of triangle PQF. So you are going to deal with areas of triangle, and not only areas of triangle, you are going to deal with areas of similar triangle. So you will have to use the by ratio of area of similar triangle. What will you have? Area of triangle DEF upon area of triangle PQF is equal to, now you have got what combination? DF upon PF. DF DF upon PF. So that is right. But what will you get? DF square. This is very important. Upon PF square. Now here area of triangle DEF, something you have PQF you have got. So area of triangle DEF you have to calculate, and this is going to be 20, and DF upon PF is 3 upon 2 the whole square, 3 square upon 2. This we have found over here. Okay, from 2 and given. So you will get what now? Area of triangle DEF is equal to, this 3 square will become 9, 20 will go and multiply over here, 2 2 la 4. So now the degree of area 4 1 by 4 5. So you get area of triangle DEF is equal to 9 5 45 plus you have to say? You have to regulate this. Now this minus this will give you area of quadrilateral DPCB. So you write over here area of quadrilateral DPCB is equal to area of triangle, full triangle DEF, the bigger triangle, D3F minus area of triangle PQF. What is area of triangle DEF, full triangle DEF and smaller triangle DPF. You subtract this, you will get it. Okay, so area quadrilateral DPQE. What is area of triangle DEF? 45 and this is 20 given to you. So area quadrilateral DPQE is equal to what? 25 square. So my dear students, this is how you have to do this. And that's all my dear students. With this actually we have finished. Actually if you see this question, this is how we are going to solve it. Try to understand my dear students. This is all we have to solve. I hope you will be able to solve this. You just go through again and again. But when it comes to the question that is given to us, they are basically giving us the boxes, my dear students. They are giving us the boxes over here. Same question it is. But while giving the boxes, what are they trying to do? See, try to understand when they give it in the form of a box. See, of course, I will draw the figure again for you because I don't want you all people to get confused anyway. This is the bigger triangle D, E, F, and this is your parallel side P, Q. Fine. And they have definitely given you area of triangle PQF is equal to 20 units. They have also given you PF is equal to 2 dp. Okay. Now see what is the activity that they are doing. Okay. See here, area of triangle PQF is equal to 20 units they are given. If you have to follow there, triangle PQF is equal to 20 units. PF is equal to 2 dp. Now what are they asking? Let us assume dp is equal to x. So let us assume. Now this is dp is equal to x. Try to understand. If dp is equal to x, pf will be equal to what? Therefore, pf in place of dp you will write x, so it will become pf is equal to 2x. Did you understood? Now what they are doing, df is equal to dp plus box. So df is equal to dp plus pf. Fine. That will be equal to, now dp is what? X. dp is what? X. X. Again a box plus box. This is another box plus box. X plus another box. dp is x. pf is 2x. This will become 3x. This is proper. But see here, my dear student, again this is a wrong combination. df is equal to 3x. Try to understand, this is a wrong combination because basically x is what? dp. So this is still df is equal to 3 dp, which we had done. And I told you it is a wrong combination. See here, df is equal to 3 dp means 3x. This is not a right combination. But let us see how they are making the solve. See, in triangle FDE and FPQ, angle FDE is equal to angle dash. So here we have to write that what they are equal to. So basically they are what they are asking us to solve, that I am doing. In triangle FDE, and triangle FPQ, bigger triangle and smaller triangle, they are comparing angle FDE, angle FDE is equal to angle which one? FPQ, because reason they are given, this is going to be the reason. For this reason, corresponding angle FDE will be having a corresponding angle FPQ. Angle angle FED. Now which one is this? Angle FED. But this also they have taken as corresponding angle. Normally we take common angle. But here when they ask us to do by their method, boxes and all, we will have to follow their method. Angle FED will be corresponding to whom? Angle FQT. Angle FQT. This one is again corresponding angle. Fine. Then they are telling therefore triangle FDE is similar to triangle EPP. FPP. FPP. Is an angle test. They have given everything. Now they are telling area of triangle FDE upon FDE upon area of triangle FPQ. FPQ will be equal to what now? DF upon TF, the whole square. Are you getting? DF upon TF, the whole square. DF upon TF whole square. See here, this you will have to write like that. Actually there is box upon box. So this will be df square upon tf square. So df is equal to what that you have got? Df is equal to, you have got it is 3x. It will become 3x the whole square upon tf is equal to 2x. Fine. 2x the whole square. df is equal to 3x whole square, tf is equal to 2x whole square. Okay, my dear student, that is what they are getting, and that they are telling is equal to, actually here x square will get cancelled. I write down area of triangle FDE upon area of triangle FPQ. It will become 9x square upon 4x square. Here x square and x square will get cancelled, and we will get is equal to 9 upon 4. That is what they have got. So for this year, you will be getting marks only for this. Now they have told area of triangle FDE. Now because this we have got, na? So here FPQ they are shifting over here. See, FPQ they are shifted over there. So you get area of triangle FDE is equal to 9 upon 4 area of triangle FPQ. Fine. This is what we have got. And what is now here? What box? Another box. This is box because of area of triangle FDE is equal to 9 upon 4 into area of triangle FPQ. This is given to us, right? PQS 20 units. This is the box 20. Now when you solve this, 4 5 are 20, 9 5 are 45 square units. This will be your answer over here. Fine. And now you will have to again write area of quadrilateral D T Q E is equal to area of triangle FDE, which they are given in the question, minus area of triangle FPQ. Therefore, that will be equal to FDE. We have got FDE as 45, FPQ is 20, that will be equal to 25 square units. Fine, my dear students. Area of quadrilateral D Q E is equal to. So if you have to go by their method, that also is possible, my dear students. Most of the time they can give you everything and they want you to solve it by their format. You have to fill in the boxes and you have to write things properly. Okay, my dear students, with this we can consider that our exercise 1.4 is complete. And now what stays is only problem solve. Okay, so solve this whole exercise properly, my dear students, and let's